We're following developing news from the Supreme Court. The justices unanimously agreed that Donald Trump should remain on the Colorado ballot despite efforts to remove him. The argument was being made that because of the role Trump played in the January 6th riot, he should be removed under Section 3 of the 14th Amendment. That prevents anyone who is engaged in insurrection from running for office. But the court said Congress would have to change the law to prevent someone from being on the ballot. Now, that ruling comes just one day before Super Tuesday. Here to help us break it all down, my co-host of That Issue, NBC 10 Boston political commentator Sue O'Connell. All right, Sue, let's start here at home with the Massachusetts primary. I know you crunched the voter numbers earlier today because you went on and on about it. But it looks like Nikki Haley actually may have a shot at keeping things close.
Yeah, I'm going to go on and on about it again, Corey. And I want to be clear, this is just me literally doing back of the script math here. But look, here's what I did. I took the 2016 Massachusetts Republican primary turnout. That was the last competitive Republican primary. About 600,000 folks voted. I carved out 60%, which is the average of the Trump poll advantage, and said, okay, that's the number of votes Trump could get. And then I gave the other 40% to Haley. And then I added the 15,000 Massachusetts voters who changed their affiliation from Democrat to unaffiliated or Republican to Haley's total. Remember, unaffiliated voters can vote in either primary. And what I ended up with, before I even did anything with John Kasich's numbers, is that the final total is closer than the polls indicate. So there is, of course, a path, but as I said ridiculously a number of times in New Hampshire, it is paved with Democrats and unaffiliated voters, and if you point out all the time, you can't win the Republican primary unless you get Republican votes. But there is a path. Yeah,
there is a path. So, you know, what's so interesting about the GOP primary is that you would expect somebody in Haley's position to have already bowed out, or at the very least, stop raking in donations, but she continues to raise money. She is racking up more endorsements, the likes of Senators Lisa Murkowski and Susan Collins. Why?
Yeah, and her staff is still all on board with her, had a big fundraiser and event on Saturday. So what is she doing? Well, Haley won't really have any big wins on Super Tuesday that's going to stop Trump, and Trump's going to soon enough have enough delegates to seal the nomination. So what is she doing? Hoping to have some sort of leverage with Trump or the party, or do something at the convention, or is she planning for 2028? Or is she setting up for a third-party challenge? Now, she told reporters last week that she wasn't going to consider a no-labels candidacy. Remember, that's the Joe Manchin party of Republicans and Democrats together. But if it's not no labels, is she up to something else? I kind of think she is, and I think we might know on Wednesday morning.
All right, so as we saw in Michigan last week, a number of Democratic primary voters in Massachusetts are expected to cast a protest vote against President Biden and write in the word ceasefire. Now, this weekend, as we just reported, Kamala Harris reiterated calls for a 6-week pause in fighting. What do you think it's going to take to get those folks on board? Do they need the Biden administration to call for a permanent ceasefire?
You know, Corey, because this is a non-competitive primary, Democratic voters have the opportunity to cast protest votes. Some Democrats, as we've noted, are voting for Haley, right? So some of these ceasefire voters, they're not going to come back to Biden no matter what, but it doesn't mean they're going to vote for Trump either. But November's a long way away when it comes to what could happen in Gaza. And the Biden administration and campaign seems to be listening. It was no accident that it was Harris, a woman of color, who made those very, very strict ceasefire remarks and blunt ceasefire remarks at the annual commemoration of 1965's Bloody Sunday, which, of course, was a crackdown by police on marchers in Selma, Alabama. So I think they're making a turn. Whether the voters come back or not, we're not going to know until November.
All right, Sue, thank you very much.